Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Down to Cast podcast, a podcast about a
Wow! You jinxed yourself.
I've been doing it so well. All right, well, it's a podcast about a friendly family trying to play family-friendly D&D. There you go.
There you go. Thank you.
My name is Matthew Aaron, and I'm the Dungeon Master for this campaign.
I am Hannah, and I play Anna Aldea,
The
rogue, she who hides in the bushes, connoisseur of wine and nice things. What more do you want from me?
I'm Mom. I play Noomi, the Pixie. And watch out for the green glitter.
The Pixie what?
Oh, the Cleric. Pixie
There
Cleric.
we go.
You're down. I hear you.
I'm England, and I play Butternut, the Satyr Ranger.
I'm Dmak. I play Rorick, the Merciless. I am a metallic Dragonbourne Barbarian.
I'm Simon, and I play a Harengon Sorcerer.
Named
Cloud.
I'm Fefe. I play a fighter pirate, and I play Cece Bullshark.
Okay.
With the sidekick Chompers.
With my sidekick Chompers at my side.
You
of course.
forgot Chompers, man?
It's been that kind of day, man.
Chompers is heartbroken.
And I have my slew of animals.
Yeah, Butternut and Company.
Yes.
Noomi too. Bitzel.
Absolutely.
So, in the previous episode, you guys had talked with Phineas Windsong and completed your quest. With that, you got full membership to the Heroes Guild, and you were given enchanted badges to prove that you were members. Badges that are enchanted so that nobody else could use them but you. You then rode on the back of a giant ancient red dragon to the Heroes Guild, a journey that would normally take 3 days, but on the back of a dragon was only an hour. Phineas then gave a brief tour of the Heroes Guild. You met Dr. Elm, the Treant Enchanter. You met Calden All, the Hammer, the Blacksmith. You met Orion Suncaller, the kind of resident hero trainer and fighter of the guild. And you also met Jarrell Kaveen, the headmaster and leader of the Heroes Guild. You are now standing inside the Heroes Call, which is the largest mead hall and tavern, like straight up Valhalla style, in the continent of Aleros. There is music in the distance, people drinking, and there is just this long table in the very center that is just spread out with cooked pheasants and birds and meats and pigs that are just, and various roasted vegetables and pies and all kinds of stuff. So as you stand here in the center of the Hero's Call, what do you do?
A little jig.
I reach down and grab a piece of that pig or grab me a leg.
Okay.
Noomi can't look.
Aw.
It is very well cooked. Delicious. Whatever they seasoned it with really brings out the flavor.
I'd like to try me a bite of that. She grabs a piece.
And you grab a piece, and it is the same. It's absolutely delicious. Masterfully cooked. Chef's kiss.
Mm-hmm. Well, dig in, everybody.
A dwarf kind of stumbles by you guys, and he's like, yeah, help yourself. Stumbles off into the back of the tavern.
Now, are there servers?
There are not servers, but pretty much, this is a buffet, basically. So you can walk up to this table and get anything you want. There are kegs lined up on a bar where you can just walk up, grab a mug, and just get what you want.
I'm grabbing a mug.
Okay. They have various different kinds of ales, meads, and then much harder liquors as well.
Well, it's a given.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to catch up to Noomi.
Okay. So you grab a glass of the harder stuff, and you walk by a female individual kind of dressed in white robes with a long blue hair, elven ears, and as you walk by her, she goes, "Oh, allow me," and she just touches a finger to your glass, and it becomes frigidly ice cold.
I look around and I find a little thimble and I scoop out of my cup and hand it to Noomi.
Okay.
Aw.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know how I found a thimble, but they're just laying around here.
They are. You find one. With your passive perception, you can find a thimble. There are.
His passive perception?
Never mind.
You just keep a thimble in your pocket for
Hold on a
Noomi.
minute.
I don't feel like making you roll for it, so yes, you find a thimble.
Yeah, come on. I was just being nice. You got to let it go.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. There are tons of tables and benches and stuff here if you guys also want to get a table and take a seat.
Noomi is going to fly over to the table, the buffet table, and land on the table and walk along it to see if she can find anything that's Noomi would like to eat.
Okay, well, along the buffet table and like a lot of the spreads of pigs, it's full of roasted vegetables and things like that. And then there are some others that have that's just laid on like a bed of grapes or apples and things like that.
So it has dead animals laying on it.
Yeah, more or less.
Noomi flies over the pig and says, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna take one of your grapes.
No.
The grape remains.
There are trays of roasted vegetables and pies here as well.
But not on the same plate as the animal.
Yes.
Yes, Noomi doesn't want it when it's on the same plate.
Okay, well, yeah, there are different trays. I mean, there's even like vegetable pies and things like that.
Noomi will take pie. Noomi likes pie.
A sweet pie or a vegetable
It
pie?
has a sweet pie.
Okay.
Yes.
They have apple pies, mixed berry pies,
And Noomi's diabetic.
and Noomi. Oh shit!
Not in her fairy life. Noomi she carries her own utensils.
Okay.
So she's going to walk over and gather a little bit of pie into her little plate and then fly back over to the table.
Okay. So have you guys? You guys haven't picked a table yet.
Well,
Noomi
No.
picked it.
You knew you picked a table. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Noomi found a spot.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm walking on there. I'm following Noom.
Okay.
Yeah, I sit down at the table and finish eating and drinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow.
What? Not finish. Continue eating and drinking.
Continue eating. And
I'll grab
drinking.
another leg and go sit down next to them.
Okay.
I'm just going to grab a glass of something and go sit at the table.
Okay. You can see behind the bar, there is a very extensive wine rack
Oh, that's
behind
what I
it.
want. Hell yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a.
Ale, yeah.
Go ahead and make either a perception or investigation check.
15.
15? Okay. It's hard to know where to start on this massive rack because just the length of it is probably about 30 feet wide, 10 foot high. Rack of just wines. So you do find, I imagine Anna's more partial to red wines. Okay, so you do find the red wines. And looking through it, you do find a what looks like an imported elven red wine, aged about 5 years.
That bottle sounds good with me. I'll grab a nice glass and march them both over to where everybody else is sitting down now.
Okay.
I would like to know what kind of rum they have.
Okay. Walk over and make a perception or investigation check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
wow.
Okay.
Ba-da-ba-ba!
The only pirate skill you really have, apparently.
Rum. Sniffing out the best rums.
All right. So with a natural 20, you see various barrels of rum. Some brands you have seen before, some you haven't. One catches your eye, and it's called Shiver Me Embers.
Aw. Okay.
You pour yourself a glass of that, and it's a very fiery tasting, robust, cinnamon spiced rum, aged about 10 years or so.
Nice.
Are you gonna grab anything from the table?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the, are you talking about the buffet table?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab a nice leg of ham.
Okay. And what about
And
Cloud?
I'll grab another one for chompers.
Okay. And what about Cloud?
Cloud's fine. He'll just sit around
Okay.
and watch.
So, you guys sit at the table. After you guys get kind of acquainted and you have just enough time to warm up your seats, inside the tavern walks Jarrell Kaveen, the tall, black-haired elven man that you guys met in the hallway just outside. He comes in and he walks over to your table and gestures towards the table and says, "May I sit down?"
Of course.
I don't see why not.
He pulls out a chair, sits down, and says, well, I figured I'd extend my greetings to you all.
Ha!
Since we had just but a short time in the hallway, I was in a hurry, and for that you have my apologies. But since the evening is beginning to wind down now, I figured I would take a moment to come to the table, have a conversation with you all, if you all wouldn't mind.
Well, sure.
Why not?
Well, that is good to hear. And you see him snap his fingers, and a bottle of wine just lifts from the shelf with a glass and floats over to the table, where he takes it, pours the bottle of wine into a glass, recorks the bottle, and begins to stir and sip on it.
Does he pour the glass with his hand, or
That's
is he
what I
still
was
floating
thinking.
it?
No, it does it by itself. It floats in the air over to it. It unwraps, uncorks, and pours into the glass and does it all. And then the bottle floats onto the table, and the glass floats into his hand.
Wow.
That's keen.
Mighty fancy.
So he says to the group, "So tell me, how new of adventurers are you all? Are you all seasoned veterans, or just beginning to get your feet wet?"
Noomi's new.
Well,
Oh my
we're new together.
How long have you all known each other?
Was it been like 3 days?
It's been 3 days,
4
I
days?
think.
3 days?
Couple days.
This might be the 4th day.
Okay, so very new, very new.
Yeah.
Still don't know each other's middle names yet. Also, a Pixie, a member of the group. That is something you don't see very often.
Yes, that's me. Yes. Very nice to meet you.
What made you decide to leave the Feywilds and venture forth and join the Heroes Guild?
Well, nothing too particular. You know, I make this grow, and I help these out, and I make that grow, and I make that grow, and Noomi needed new. So Noomi wanted some adventure, so Noomi went to find adventures.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Change is the spice of life.
Ooh, I like spice.
He looks at Anna and says, "What about you?"
Oh, you know, small town girl wants some excitement, so she goes out and finds it.
I see you do have an eye for the finer things.
Guilty as charged.
And how did you acquire that taste?
It's a rarity where I come from. Snuck a little bit when I was too young, and it just kind of became that sort of addiction, you know.
Ah, young on the bottle. Yes, well, as you can see, I'm quite guilty myself.
Not the worst kind of thing to be guilty of.
And Butternut, was it?
Yeah.
What brings you out to join the Heroes Guild?
Well, I just find people mighty exciting, and I thought I'd go out and help some people, see what I could get myself into.
So doing something for the greater good. Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. Yes. That is a majority of why we do things here at the Heroes Guild. We are the heroes that people need. And unfortunately, in some parts of this world, they don't have heroes. And that's where we try to come in. And you, Dragonbourne, you definitely look like you've seen your share of conflict. Where do you hail?
I guess I earned my freedom as a gladiator, and I got sick of the desert, and I wanted to be more. That's why I'm here.
And for the ale.
Ale is a plus.
Well, one of the benefits to the Heroes Guild is all the liquor you can drink.
That's not very much for some of us.
What's a liquor?
I wink
Guilty.
at Cece.
Liquor, I barely know her.
I just had a bad night. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my goodness.
The night hasn't even
This is
started
family
yet, dear.
friendly.
Our intro is a friendly family trying to be family friendly.
I barely know
We're not
her.
there yet. We're still trying.
Oh, it's awesome.
What about you, small sorcerer?
I'm just here for something new, something different.
Well, nothing wrong with that. It seems quite a few of you are just looking for a change of scenery. And you, Cece, you also look like you've seen your fair share of conflict. What brings you to the Heroes Guild?
Honestly, I was not planning on joining a guild. My dad said he was tired of me lounging around his ship and stealing his treasure. So he sent me out to go find my own crew. But really, I think he was just tired of me being around all the time. So here I am.
And she sips her rum.
Well, if you're looking for something more than lounging around on a ship, you'll definitely find it with us. Pirates love treasure, and I'm sure there is much fame and fortune to
Well,
be
I
had
didn't
here.
lounge around the whole time. I mean, I went on adventures with him and found different kinds of treasure, like Chomper's here.
And she moves away and like I think he was kind of hiding behind her coat a little bit and like he just came out.
Okay. Yes, there's already much talk about the guild, about the small chest companion you have. It's a rare thing to see a mimic so friendly and intelligent enough to be a companion, but nevertheless, we must hold on to the friends and the bonds we do make in life, yes? Some things can be so fleeting, especially with so much diversity among races.
I'll drink to
Elves
that.
and gnomes and dwarves
And pixies.
and pixies. Many of the Fae live so much longer than the humans, the Dragonbourne. It is best to cherish those that we have in our lives.
It's good to make new friends. And by the way, this blueberry pie is really delicious.
Well, our guild chefs are quite skilled at that, yes.
Blueberries are my favorite.
Be sure to get your fill. You will never have to pay for food or drink as long as you are members of the Heroes Guild. And I suppose I could tell a bit about myself. You all know I am Jarrell Kaveen. I'm the headmaster and guild leader for the Heroes Guild. Of course, I'm not the founder. That privilege belongs to many, many before me, before my time. But nevertheless, when it was time to decide on a new guild leader, everyone voted and they chose me. It is a privilege that I am honored to have and keep. I am an accomplished sorcerer. I've seen my fair share of battles and was a member of the Heroes Guild that went on many jobs with my old team. Unfortunately, I outlived most of them, and when they were all gone and it was time to choose a new leader, I put my name in the hat.
That sounds kind of sad.
Well, the adventuring life was kind of over for me once my compatriots had been taken from me.
Noomi understands.
Well, would you ever want to get back out there?
I'm afraid I am far too busy now seeing to the various treasuries and needs of the guild to ever cast another fireball. But should trouble ever come knocking at our door, rest assured I would not hesitate to cast one of my many level 9 spells.
Ooh.
It was very nice to meet you all. I pray you have a good night and enjoy yourselves.
Noomi does a little curtsy. Very nice to meet you.
In fact, I have your next mission ready to go, so in the morning, when you all wake up, come out of the quarters and I will give you all your next quest, your next task to be completed. Get a good night's rest, because you will need it.
Well, all right.
Come to my office in the morning. I will see you all then. Good night. And he...
Anna raises her glass to him. To those that outlive us, and
Noomi
to those
drinks.
we outlive.
To those that outlive us, and those we outlive. And you all clink your glasses together. He downs the rest of his wine, sets it on the table, gestures his wrist. The bottle floats over to you, Anna, and he says, "You might find that rather enjoyable."
I'm eager to try.
I will see you all in the morning. And he turns around and he says, good night.
Bye now.
Begins to walk away, and he stops, turns on his heels, and says, oh, by the way, your magical badges. You can wear them in whatever fashion you might deem fit. Whether it be a badge, they will also shapeshift into the form of a ring, a medallion, a necklace, a bracer, what have you. You can also completely dispel it from your person and summon it at will if you wish to keep it hidden. And I'm sure you know already that no one else can use these. Should anybody ever take them from you, just think about it. The badge will reappear in your hands.
Whoa.
They are
that's good.
magically bound to you.
That's quite impressive.
And just my size.
He smiles and says, indeed. Good night. And he turns back on his heels and walks out the door of the hero's call.
I'm going to put mine right here, and she's going to, like, cover the current, like, bronze thing between, like, where her shirt connects, and she's going to put it right there in the middle.
Okay. As the evening continues on, is there anything you guys would like to do before the evening comes to a close?
So this place where you can get piercings and tattoos, where might it be?
You could try asking somebody that's standing around. You're currently unsure.
I'll nudge Anna and like give her like a head nod. Let's go.
I just kind of give her a confused eye.
Come on.
I take the pretty man's bottle of wine with me.
Okay.
Oh, you know Cece's got that rum bottle tucked under her coat.
Well, you poured yours from a cask.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay. Well, I have that bottle from earlier. Maybe it's empty and maybe I held on to it.
You drank that bitch.
Well, did I throw it away?
The bottle?
Yeah.
Roll a d6.
Oh, shit.
Actually, wait. Mom, roll a d6. Odds or evens?
Odds.
4.
You do not have the bottle.
Dang. All right, so I just took it. All right.
I mean,
but
you can
I
fill
still
up your mug
nudge
and
her.
take your mug with you.
Okay, does Anna...
Yeah, I got up to follow you.
Okay,
Do you know where the place to get piercings and tattoos is?
No better than you do.
I thought so. Would you like to get a piercing with me?
I'm more used to using sharp things than having them used on me.
Oh, you'll be fine.
We'll see.
all right, so there's no servers, right? And there's no bartender?
There's somebody that's like generally cleaning up the area, but he pays you
Okay.
guys no mind.
And there's my girl who makes my brew cold.
Well, she doesn't look like she worked there. She was just a patron that was doing a passing favor.
That's cute.
Man, I need her, man.
You better go get her.
So I'll walk over to the person probably cleaning the bar,
Okay.
and
Where is it? Like, where would I go about getting like a tattoo or a piercing?
So you walk up to an Edo man. So in this culture, Edo are Asian-looking
Yeah.
humans. So you walk up to an Edo man. He got his hair in kind of like the Japanese top knot, kind of a kimono type style robe. And he says, if you're looking for piercings and tattoos, then you would probably want to talk to Gerald, but he doesn't keep his shop open this late.
Okay, thank you.
There's plenty of, like, the Heroes Guild allows certain artisans and crafters and bards and body artists to come in and provide service and make some coin to the members of the Heroes Guild. So you'll find them more in the center, the square of the Heroes Guild, kind of in the mornings, but this late in the evening they usually close up shop.
Okay, thank you.
Not a
she'll
problem.
walk back to the table.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it a night.
Okay.
How do I find a room?
Well, you were shown where the barracks were during your tour, so they're kind of public
Okay.
domains. More established members of the guild, individuals and groups kind of get their own party quarters, but those are for like higher ranking members. But for the new people and everybody else, there is these universal barracks that you can go to. So that is where you can go. Is there anything else, or is everybody going to retire for the evening?
I want to know how the fancy wine tastes.
Okay. You pour it into your glass. Are you going back to the table, or?
I would assume we didn't really get a chance to get up and go anywhere, so yeah.
Okay. So you pour it in your glass. Just immediately, the smell is very different. You get all these notes and flavors. Tasting it, it is very aged. It has a very delicate taste to it. A little bitterness on the back end. And then it kind of mellows out into a sweetness. And it's got a very strong, like, berry taste to it.
Nice. Was looking for berry wines.
Berry?
Found a good aged one. You look at the bottle. Can you read Elvish?
Yes, I can.
Okay. This is also an Elvish wine. Aged 20 years.
Oh. I'm just gonna take a mental note of what the label looks like.
Okay.
So I can find more of that later, but I am keeping this bottle.
So as the night continues on, you all eventually find your way to the barracks, retire for the evening, getting a night's sleep.
Do we all have our own rooms?
No, you guys are in the barracks together. Rorick was the first one to retire. And then eventually everybody has found their way to the barracks after a good meal and some conversation.
Noomi get a bed all by herself?
Technically, yes.
Ooh.
A cool thing you do find is as soon as you guys sit on the beds, at the foot of the bed, a magic etching of your first name appears to show placement, so that people know this bed is occupied.
Is that how that's spelled? Oh, no.
I got scared. You're like, as soon as you sit on the bed, it starts vibrating.
Jeez.
That could probably be done with an enchantment, yeah.
Might help you sleep well.
Yeah. So, morning comes, and the sounds of the hustle and bustle of the Heroes Guild fill your ears as you all come awake in the barracks one by one. Also, other people getting up, putting on their armors, and making their way out to start their days as well. You all get up and meet together just outside the barracks. As you guys all stand there together, what do you do?
Did everyone sleep okay?
It was quite comfy.
About the
I
same
had
as
a whole
usual.
bed to myself. I got lost.
Well, I'm glad you made it out all right.
At least you didn't have to unmake the bed. You could just hole up under a wrinkle.
I did. And then there was another wrinkle and another wrinkle, and I thought I was on a great adventure.
That's gonna be our one shot.
Noomi and the bed.
Noomi and the Sea of Sheets.
You're gonna Honey, I Shrunk the Kids up in this D&D.
If it wasn't for Bitzel, I might not have found my way out. I know. You were smarter than I was. I know. Shh. Don't. Shh. Bitzel had company.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Found one of the butterflies that follow me around.
Oh no.
There was a bed vibrating, just not Rorick's.
What else is new?
Oh, hold on a minute. How would you know?
I actually slept pretty well and dreamt of being on the seas again under the night sky. It was calming.
Do you miss it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Chomper slept very well
Why is that?
because he's been around a lot.
Well, that's how he walks. He might have gotten up and got a drink of water.
He was making love too to the bed. There's a whole new meaning to beating your chest.
Oh my gosh.
Bruh.
We're gonna cut that out.
Are we trying at this point? Are we trying to be family
We're not
friendly?
even trying,
Well,
apparently.
that's the DM's fault. He can edit his own damn self out.
That's fine.
Are you guys walking and talking, or?
I guess so.
Where are we walking
Some
to?
people are probably hungry.
I'm flying.
We are going to get breakfast.
Okay.
Breakfast.
So you guys go to the Hero's Call for breakfast, and there is a spread of eggs cooked all different kinds of ways, various sausages, bacons, breakfast meats, potatoes, breads, all kinds of stuff.
Pig. I want more pig.
Oh, there's plenty of pig.
I grab more pig.
Okay.
Sorry, Noomi.
Noomi just needs blueberries.
There are plenty of breakfast pastries and pies to be had as well. There are coffees and even morning time meads.
Tea?
There are teas as well, yes.
Honey tea?
You can see there's actually not a lot of people in here. There's a few people sitting at the table, but nowhere near the crowd there was the other night. You get the gist that most people just got up and started their day to adventure towards whatever quest they had.
So
You think everybody's still sleeping?
he gave us our quest, or is he giving it to us this morning?
Oh,
He
yeah, we
hasn't
gotta
given
go
it.
check
You guys have to go talk to him in
Okay.
order to get it
Okay, where do we go talk to him at?
in his office.
Oh, so we got to go to his office.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's eat quick and go get this party started.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys spend a couple minutes scarfing down whatever you choose to eat for that morning, and then make your way up into the Heroes Guild through a few hallways and staircases before you come to the headmaster's office. So you guys are currently standing outside the door. What do you do?
Knock, knock. Hello?
So as you knock on the door, you hear a come in from inside, and the door opens. Inside, you see a very warmly lit, quaintly decorated office. A desk sitting at the far end. Behind it, a large, kind of almost Gothic-style window. Finely crafted wooden desks and chairs and sofas. Walls lined with bookcases and paintings. Tapestries, curtains that drape over the window. And sitting behind the desk is Jarrell. So he looks up from his papers and says, "All of you, come, please.
Good morning.
Good morning. Come, sit down." And as he waves inside, the various chairs in all corners of the room all scoot across the floor to in front of the desk.
I go take a seat.
I'll take a seat.
Okay. Is everybody going to take a seat?
Noomi sits on the desk.
I imagine that Butternut like crouches and is like looking around the chairs and like pokes one before sitting.
Okay. Jarrell says, "They won't bite you, I promise."
All right, if you say so.
So, as I told you last night, I have your next quest. This one will see you into a different region of Aleros. The mission I have for you is going to take you to a small, bayou-built town in the middle of a swamp. The Dumeshi Swamps. A small town called Slitherdale. An individual has contracted us, requested help. It seems people inside the town are going missing. Family members have woken up from their night's slumber and found their wives, their husbands, their sons, their daughters no longer where they left them, and none have returned. And unfortunately, this has been going on for about a month or so. So, you are to go to Slitherdale, talk with a man named Silas Thatch. He is the one that contracted us. He's a local peacekeeper for the town. He is the one that you will discuss most of this job with. He has a few more details than I do at the moment. So, the task is simple. You're to go to Slitherdale, talk to Silas, find out why people are disappearing, and if possible, stop the source.
And maybe rescue some?
Of course, if lives can be saved, that is what we will do. This will pay 500 gold coins apiece once successful. When the job is done, then you can journey back this way.
Is there a map?
He says, do you not already have a map?
Noomi doesn't have maps.
You got, one of you has a map,
Cloud.
because Phineas gave it to you.
Yeah, certain
Cloud has the
somebody's
map.
been holding on to it.
Well, if you all have a map, then if you spread it onto the table, I will show you where Slithersdale is.
She'll set it on the table then.
Okay. So you roll the map out on the table, and he points to it and says, right here. And you do see this kind of marshy landscape drawn on the map that is indeed labeled Slitherdale.
Noomi walks across the map and puts her foot right on it and says, look, right here, right here?
That would be it, yes.
All right.
Are there any questions?
How long would you say the journey might be?
Well, about that, the journey to get from here to Slitherdale would be probably 4 days or so. However, we have better means of transportation. We can get you there almost instantly, but I will show you that later. What I would have you do now is go ahead and pick up any supplies you might need. I know you're all already acquainted with Leslie. Pay him a visit if you must. Go ahead and stock up for anything you might need. And I will also warn you all, these are strange disappearances. This sounds like darker magics at play here. If that is the case, I would task you with bringing back any kind of dark relics or magical items that you find so that they can be kept out of the wrong hands.
All right.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Done.
Very well. There's a room downstairs, 2 floors. Take the first door on your right from the winding staircase. You'll find a room called the Gate Room. Go there, and I'll meet you inside. Be there in an hour.
You can count on us.
Aye, aye, sir.
Off to it, and he waves his hand, and the door opens. And he goes back to his paperwork. So you guys have 1 hour to prepare for whatever this journey is going to be. You guys know you're going into Swampland to find the source of disappearing people. So everybody's going to get 1 action to prepare for what you guys want, because you have an hour.
What do you mean by 1 action?
1 action. You get to do 1 thing, like go to Leslie's shop.
And Leslie's shop has, like, spell stuff, weapon stuff, armor stuff. What's Leslie's shop have?
So Leslie's shop has basic adventuring supplies like arrows, knives, basic weapons, healing potions, stuff like that.
Okay.
And then also some more expensive enchanted items.
Okay.
So if you guys don't have any prep, then that's fine. Just tell me you go straight to the gate room.
I'm going to Leslie's shop to see what kind of enchanted items he has.
Okay.
I'll go with Rorick.
Okay.
Follow.
Okay, so Butternut, Rorick, and Cece are going to go to Leslie's shop. Anybody else?
Should we all stick together? Or are we preparing separately?
Noomi will go.
Okay.
Let's just make a party of it.
Does everybody else want to go?
Cloud will go to the waiting room.
The gate room?
Yeah, the gate room and wait.
Okay.
I suppose if that's a good place to find general goods. I'm
It
in
is,
the
yeah.
market for potions.
Okay. So, as you guys make your way downstairs to the bottom floor, you come to Leslie's counter, his shop. Not its own separate building, much like a gift shop at an airport. It's just an enclosure in here. There's junk flying through the air as you guys enter, and you hear a goblin mumbling. Oh, goddamn. This confounded thing out of my way! And then, as you guys enter, you see a goblin head pop up. Ow! Hello? I didn't see you guys come in, but I heard ya. He throws some junk over his shoulder, slaps both hands on the bar, and says, "What can I do for you?"
What type of enchantments do you offer?
Enchantments? Depends on how much gold you've got.
It depends on what kind of enchantment you got.
Well, we've got magical items, magical cloaks, magical belts, magical things of magical things. I ran out of rhymes.
Dear. What type of magical bracers might you have?
Well, we have 2 bracers, actually. We have bracers of archery and bracers of defense.
The defense.
Okay. These here, and they're they're a nice kind of a deep brass color with some silver etchings and patterns in them.
Yeah, I'm kind of into brass.
Okay.
Kind of into brass.
He says, "These here, These will do quite nice for people that like to be unarmored. For you, 500 gold.
Let's be for real.
He just see.
I'm a guild member. Come now.
I only sell to guild members. 500 gold.
That's what I need to know. Thank you.
All right, move over, Rorick. I'm looking for a short sword of some kind that I can wield, a finesse weapon that I can wield at my size. Nothing too fancy.
If you want just a simple short sword, I can do that for you.
Can I wield a rapier or no?
Yeah, you can wield a rapier.
Or
Wield a rapier?
A rapier?
The
Scimitar?
scimitar. Yeah, that thing.
Yes, you can wield a
I can
scimitar.
wield one? Okay,
yeah.
that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a pirate sword.
Okay, more like a cutlass kind of.
Yeah, cutlass. Doesn't have to be fancy because I'm broke, but...
Okay. So he goes over to the shelf and he pulls 2 swords off the shelf. One is a scimitar, a thick curved blade. The other one is just a short sword, just a straight, normal, straight up fantasy blade.
Okay.
Sets them both down there. You could pick either one of these. They're both quite good for those with any kind of finesse. Both these, they'll run you about 20 gold pieces.
Can I just have the...
Are there 2 scimitars or no? There's
Yeah,
just
you can
one?
get 2.
Okay, I'm going to get 2 scimitars.
Okay.
2 scimitars, please.
Right. He takes another one off the shelf. That'll be 40 gold pieces.
Jeez, I might be broke. She slides over the 40 gold pieces. Wait.
Would you be willing to make a trade? I have 2 short swords.
Sure, I could do that. Let me see them.
All right, she pulls them out and lays them on the table.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you roll a d20 to determine how good a condition these short swords are. And that's going to determine the price he's going to give you.
Oh, gosh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's a 5.
A 5?
Woo, it's a 5.
Okay. So he looks at him
Is
and
that
goes...
just one, or should I roll twice?
No, that was for both of them. That was for your goods. So he looks at him and goes, "There's a few chips in the blade. They've seen better days. There's crap here in the edges. I'll take 5 gold off the price."
All right. It's better than nothing.
Okay, yeah, I'll take them.
All right, done. And he takes the short swords from you, and you slide over 35 gold pieces, and you now have 2 scimitars.
Nice.
Now, is there anything I can do for the rest of you?
Can I actually make a history check on where we're going to see if I know anything about like the biome or the fauna?
Slithersdale?
Yeah.
Sure.
16.
16? Okay. You know it's swampland. It's harsh, dangerous swampland. There's not a lot of people that go in to Slithersdale or the Dumeshi swamps. The people that live there are very hardened, tough, resourceful people. Think of it like the Louisiana Bayou.
Okay. Do I know anything about the creatures that live in that area?
You've only heard horror stories. I'll put it that way. You've only heard horror stories of the creatures that are out there.
All right. And then I guess I'll start by looking at those bracers of archery.
Okay. So you like these, do ya? And they're like a really finely tanned and crafted leather bracer, and they've got kind of like an emboldened imprint of angel wings on the outside of them. These here? 500 gold pieces.
Not sure I have need for them yet, but I'll remember that you have them.
All right.
And I turn around and walk out in a huff. I'm heading to the gate room, pissed.
Okay.
I'll just get some arrows then.
Okay. Leslie goes over, reaches under the counter, pulls out a couple different sets of arrows. And he says, "All right, here's a spread for you." Slaps some arrows down on the table. These, your basic arrows. These fire arrows. I've got 5 of these right now. These water arrows. Wherever you shoot these, it'll create 5 cubic gallons of water instantly. They don't do a lot of damage, though. These I call whoopsie-doos. And it's an arrow with a suction cup head on the end of it.
Oh, I like those.
Whenever you shoot one of these, you'll be teleported instantly to the location where it impacted.
Ooh.
How much do those run?
The whoopsie-doos, they're 10 gold apiece.
And what about the other 2? Fire and...
Water.
We're going to a swamp. I don't think I'm going to need water.
Are they all 10 apiece? Or do
The
they
fire
vary?
arrows are 5 gold. And the water arrows are 5 gold. Regular arrows, I can give you a bundle of 20 for 10 gold.
All right. Well, I'll take the 20 regular
All right.
and all 5 of the fire.
Okay, they're yours. Pleasure doing business with you, Honor. And he slides you the arrows.
Oh, I wasn't done.
Oh, more business. Yes, yes. I've roped him in now. Tell me, what else do you require of Leslie?
I want 2 of the whoopsie ones.
2 whoopsie-doos. You've got it. He slides those over to you as well.
I think that'll do it for me.
Pleasure doing business with you. Anybody else I can help?
Do you have anything Noomi size?
I've got a lovely statue of me mum. And he slaps down a very crudely carved, ugly goblin. It's about your size right in front of you on the bar.
Ooh,
I give it to you for a gold piece.
no. Noomi can't. It's too heavy for Noomi to carry.
All right, some people don't know what when they see it. Anything else? And he swipes it off the bar and puts it in his pocket.
No.
Of course, you know anything magical becomes you-sized when you put it on.
That's good to know.
Does anybody have any suggestions of what I might need for a swampland?
How about a towel?
Do you sell towels?
Yeah, I've got a nice one here. He pulls out like this beautiful kind of blue linen towel. 2 gold. He's still standing there like mouth open, smiling.
Do we need a towel?
Do you need a towel?
I don't know. I've never been to a swampland.
You might need it to dry your hooves off.
Sure.
Oh, it's yours! And he throws it right in your face.
How do I add a towel to my inventory?
Go to custom item and write blue linen towel. It's about damn time I got rid of that thing. It's been in here forever.
Oh.
Nobody ever wanted to buy it.
Aw. Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, likewise. Is there anything else I can do for you, group?
Cece looks down at Choppers. Choppers, you need anything?
Well, I don't think so. If anything happens that's incredibly dangerous and daring, I'm just gonna hide in the water.
I figured, but I had to ask.
No, I think Choppers is good.
All right.
All right, pleasure doing business with you guys. Safe ventures, and I hope you all come back breathing and with more gold on your pocket so I can have it. Goodbye, ta-ta! And he just dives backwards, kind of behind the bar, disappearing from sight. So is there anything else you guys want to do at Leslie's shop, or is that it?
Burn it down.
Burn it down. There might be some consequences.
I know.
Are you guys all going to make your way to the gate room?
Indeed.
Yes.
I'm already there.
Okay. You guys, having taken your hour to prep, finish up, and go to the gate room. You open the door to find Rorick and Cloud. Rorick having kind of just arrived, Cloud having sat there waiting for an hour. Inside, past this large wooden door, is a very large stone room that's in the very heart of the Heroes Guild. In the center of the room is a large stone staircase with a large circular stone gate at the end. Next to the gate is a stone table with a map of the entire Aleros region. carved into it, as well as a white-robed wizard standing by it, ready to activate it at a moment's notice. Inside, you also see Jarrell standing there waiting for you all. He goes, right on time, throwing his hands open and greeting you as you come in. He says, "This is the gate room. This is our arcane gate. When activated, it will magically transport you to wherever we need you to go. Some adventurers prefer to go on foot, but for those that don't, and prefer to get straight into the job, especially with things that are more time sensitive, like your current job, we take you to the gate room. So, if there are no questions, we will..." I almost said turn this puppy on, but that's not.
Oh my god.
If there are no questions, we will activate our gate and send you exactly where you all need to go.
One slight question. It gets us there. Do we walk back?
You will indeed have to procure a different means of transportation to find your way back.
That is what I assumed.
It is a one-way trip, but it is the fastest way to get you there. And it is much easier on resources, and I find it's usually much easier on our heroes because they're not so exhausted from the journey. They can go straight into the quest, into the problems at hand, and fix them without the journey being so taxing on both their mental attitude and their physical resources.
Whereabouts would it drop us? Would it be like right in the middle of combat? Like we like alert a bunch of people there? Or is it gonna like drop us kind of like outside of the area?
So what we will do is he gestures for you guys to come up the stone staircase. He says, "Follow me. I will show you how it works."
How kind.
So you guys go up the stone staircase, and he shows you this large stone table with the Aleros region just carved into it. A little bit of color added for the different regions, and there's kind of a smooth stone that kind of rests on the surface. He takes the stone and slides it from the Heroes Guild up towards Slitherdale, and he says, "Where this stone is where you will all be dropped. Now, I don't want you to end up in the center of the bayou, so I will put you just outside the center of town to allow you guys to scout or get your bearings or do whatever you need to prepare."
All right.
I have a question. How does it get us there?
I will show you. And he turns towards the white wizard, whose name is... Somebody come up with a name.
Archimedes.
Ichabod.
Ichabod.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
General Hammond.
Oh my god.
Okay. His name is Ichabod Hammond.
There you go.
So, Jarrell gestures towards the white wizard. He's got like that ZZ top beard, white wizard robes, long pointed wizard hat, standard wizard staff, and says, "Ichabod, if you would be so kind." And Ichabod gives a slow nod, and he slams his staff down on the ground, and it emits this burst of blue sparks, all of which swirl around the room and then coalesce and begin to swirl in the center of this large stone gate until a flash of blue arcane light fills the room, and now there is just this shimmering blue magical surface inside the gate. Ichabod nods and bows once again and gestures with his staff towards the gate. And Jarrell says, "Welcome to the magic of the Heroes Guild. I pray that the light sees your journey safe, and you all be careful. We want our heroes to all come back, but not in coffins.
Is that safe for Noomi?
It is safe for everyone. Step forward and let your official first quest of the Heroes Guild begin."
And I stepped through.
Okay. Rorick.
Oh, God.
Yep, I know it. That's what I do.
Rorick steps through, disappears onto the other side of the gate.
Butternut will step through.
You step through, and you disappear onto the other side of the gate.
Cloud will hop through.
You hop through, disappearing.
Oh, hey, Cloud.
I step up to it I turn and bow deeply and then jump through.
Okay. You bow. Jarrell gives a nod towards you as you step off into the gate. Well, I don't know about you, Fefe, but I ain't waiting. And Chompers waddles through the gate, disappearing on the other side.
Okay. All right. What's the worst that can happen? And she steps through.
Okay.
Noomi's just a little scared. Bitsu, hold my hand. Close your eyes. Okay, fly. Go.
You guys vibrate together through the portal. And where you step through, we'll find out in the next episode. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode of the Down to Cast podcast. If you enjoyed what you heard, please leave a like and a review on whatever podcast platform you're listening on. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, subscribe, comment, like, and all that stuff to help our show reach new listeners and grow our audience. You can also follow us on Twitter @DownToCast. And as always, it's been a blast.
Are you down to cast?
Good night.
Bye now.